Good morning and welcome back. Today we're gonna do a reveal, actually, because I haven't looked. So I don't know if what happened. I submitted the app to the App Store again for review, and hoping that it might go through. It probably won't, but I haven't looked if I don't know if I've received a result. I think I should have, probably. Previously it's been faster than this, so I probably have. But I haven't looked, so we don't know if it got approved or not, and we're gonna check it right now to see if it's been approved. It says rejected. I'm not surprised, but let's have a look. Date submitted, unresolved issues. All right, hello, thank you for your efforts to follow our guidelines. There are still some issues that need your attention. If you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. Performance accurate metadata. We continue to notice that the content description selected for the app's age rating indicates that the app includes in-app controls. However, we're unable to find either parental controls or age assurance mechanisms in the app. Next. Includes these features, replies to this message and let us know how to locate them. Otherwise, update the age rating selection and age rating, blah, blah, blah. Design, spam, blah, fuck. We continue to notice that your app primarily includes dating features that duplicate the content and functionality. They're just like copy pasting this. These app features may be useful, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. They literally, it feels like they don't really look at what I'm saying about this. They just copy paste this thing like, okay, it's a dating app. It's spam. This is what it does. Don't really like it. We notice that your app enables users to post content anonymously, but does not have the proper precautions in place. To resolve this, age rating must reflect 18 plus, require that users agree to terms, but these are fucking there. Require that users agree to terms. Filtering, but I mean, I have all this. I don't understand. Is this a different one then? No, it's the one that was submitted. Fuck. Safety. The URL provided in the App Store Connect is currently not functional on display. Update the specified support URL to direct user to functional. I don't understand. Okay, we're gonna have to write out the response. Okay, let's Google what are the age rating is a required app information field that used by the parental controls. These controls enable parents or guardians to establish a safe online environment for children. You'll find a list of content. Okay, this doesn't really explain it. Age rating on OS versions. But tell me what I want to know. You'll find a list of content descriptors in-app controls and capabilities that allow you to specify frequency or presence of each in your app. All right, I'm getting kind of upset here because I realized that I didn't notice this, but actually I thought we fixed this. But now that I read it, we continue to notice that the app blah blah blah, bug description, the user attempted to create a new account but failed to receive the OTP. So the one-time passcode didn't go through anyway. And we already tested it with the fucking new phone numbers. Fuck me! The thing is that they have added new stuff, like they added this thing, support URL. But I don't understand. How come this fails? Because it doesn't fail on my end. Okay, I don't know. It seems like I'm like, this is so tiresome because it's like, how do you even get past this stuff? First of all, we get I'm literally bouncing against like brick walls that I'm sending new information to these places. They send me back the same information. So I change things, send them back new information, I get the same thing back. That's how it feels. I don't know if that's the reality, if that's just how I feel, but I mean, all of this stuff here, like user-generated content. We continue to notice that your app enables users to post content anonymously, but does not have the proper precautions in place. The only thing here that is relevant is this thing. Maybe, and I don't know if it is relevant, but it might be relevant. The other thing, it requires that users agree to term, EULA, and these terms must make it clear that there is no tolerance for objectionable. And it's like, fucking hell, we have this. I'm sorry for just being so, like, this is literally like, by continuing, you confirm that you are 18 years or older, and you agree to our terms of service and privacy policy. We have that, which is also like up here. We continue to notice that your app description, blah, blah, age restriction, in-app control. However, we are unable to find either parental controls or age assurance mechanisms in the app. Otherwise, select none for age assurance rating. Maybe this is something that we'll select none for, I don't know, but I tried to do that, but I don't know how to do it. That might not be a problem actually, but this thing requires that users agree to this. Like, have you looked at the app? Because it's there. And I also commented on this because this is direct copy paste from the previous review that they sent. And I copied this and I replied to each one of them saying that this is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. Like literally what we've been working on, a method for filtering objectionable content. There is. So when you get into a phone call, first of all, we have the images are blurred, so objectionable content won't be seen until later on, but it will be slowly unblurred. So it doesn't really make sense. Like you will see if it's objectionable before you actually see the objectionable thing, if that makes sense. And within that call, you can decide to block that person, you can decide to report that person. If you do either of those, you will never see that person again and I will get notified. And a mechanism for users to flag objectionable content. Yes, that's what we have there. You can block, you can report. A mechanism for users to block abusive users. Yes, you can block users. I've said this. A mechanism for users to immediately remove posts from the feed. There is no feed. I commented on this. There is absolutely in no way of any kind a feed on this app. Unless you consider the swiping through profiles to be a feed, which it might be. Like that, honestly, that might be a feed. But there are methods for them to immediately remove these posts from the feed. That exists because you can report them, you can block them. And first of all, you won't even see the person for the first few minutes. So it's like, I don't understand. Developer must act on objectionable content reports within 24 hours. I've said about this, like I will get notified and I will act on this, but I approve this. Developer must provide contact information that exists on the settings page. It's like, yeah. Extremely frustrating. The one-time code thing, I don't know why that doesn't go through, but yeah. And so this is basically what I'm bumping in against. It's like I literally replied to all of this stuff and they just sent back the exact same thing. And so it's like, please help me. Like I want help here. And this is supposed to be helpful, but this is not helpful because obviously if I've misinterpreted all of this stuff and I've done it in the wrong way, then sending me the exact same thing back won't help me interpret it correctly. So it gets me super frustrated because it's like, do you just want me to like, I don't know, flip a coin and pick like, okay, age rating, it could be like 10 different ways of doing age ratings. Let's flip a coin and see which one we're going to choose to do, and then submit it back, and then they'll reject it with the same thing, and I'll flip a coin again and like select a new type of age rating and keep doing that until I get it right. Or could they just tell me what type of age rating they want? But maybe we just need to select none for age assurance, I don't know. But there is some age assurance. I don't really know. I'm not even sure, like, are you allowed to have a dating app without age assurance? Because there is, I don't know, fuck. So many things that I just don't understand. And then obviously we have the second part to this, which is the two-factor authentication. So when you sign up with using a phone number, for some reason you don't get a text message if you're from the US, which is absolutely horrible and means that the app doesn't work. And trying to fix this on Twilio support is just like, to me, it's like ass. Like, this is so shit because thank you for reaching back. Allow me to clarify. It doesn't matter what type of messages you are going to send. It is necessary to collect consent directly from the end user. All right. So here he says, it doesn't matter what type of messages you're going to send. You have to collect consent from the user. He goes then on to say, for two-factor authentication use case, this consent box can be compulsory to proceed with registration. What does that mean? I don't really know. For marketing messages, consent cannot be a condition for registration. Can someone please in the comment section explain to me what the fuck this means? I do not understand. Because he's saying here, it seems like he's saying sort of the same thing twice, but in different ways. I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely like stupid, but for two-factor authentication use case, this consent box can be compulsory to proceed with the registration. So the consent box can be compulsory. What does that mean? Does that mean that it can be something that, I don't know, like, is it like you can't proceed without? Because the way that I interpret this is that it could be interpreted in two ways. Either the consent box is compulsory, meaning that just by entering your phone number, you have agreed to it. It's compulsory. Like if you've entered the phone number, you've agreed to it. The other way to make it could be interpreted as, I think, is that you cannot enter your phone number until you've checked in the consent box. So essentially, it's compulsory to check in the consent box before you can enter the phone number. That's what he's explaining here for two-factor authentication. However, then he goes on to say, for marketing messages, consent cannot be a condition for registration. Is my brain just fried, or does this just not make sense? For marketing messages, consent cannot be a condition for registration. It's also kind of strange that he even, like, why do you even add this? Because I was so clear here. But my app will use absolutely 0 marketing messages. This whole thing is just for authentication and authentication only. Nothing else ever. No marketing message or anything of the kind. Why do you even talk about marketing messages in this? Like, why are you adding this in? You could just delete that, I assume. So why do you keep going on about marketing messages? I don't understand it. I'm literally at the point now where I'm like, should I just Photoshop in a consent box under here with exactly this language? To me, it just doesn't make any sense. If you're planning to send two-factor authentication messages, consent can be compulsory for your end users. Make sure that opt-in language includes all necessary information, such as program name, product description, blah, blah, blah. Valid examples, see the screenshot below. Once the necessary corrections are made, you can edit the campaign. But he still doesn't answer my question, which is, please explain also age verification is implemented in a later part. Okay, maybe that. Because to me, it's like looking at all these other apps that have phone number verification systems. I've never seen, or like for the dating apps like Tinder and Hinge, when I've tried to sign up for those, I haven't seen anything like this. There isn't anything that says, I agree to receive marketing messages from whatever it is. And it's like, I think you guys understand it because I've had comments on this stuff, but the fact that they want me to put in, like, to me, it's such a like, bureaucracy stupidity, in my opinion, because it's like, okay, reply stop to opt out. So that's what he says here, that you have to have opt out instructions. Explain how recipients can opt out. Okay. What, in that case, if I need to explain that, then they have to be opting out of something, right? But then if it's like they're entering the phone number in order to receive a message from me, a message which they cannot, like, they cannot opt out of that message before receiving the message. And once they've received that message, they will never get another message unless they want to sign into the app again, which means that what is the whole purpose of having a opt-out instruction? Because there is nothing to opt out of, except that they might want to opt out of getting the verification code, in which case they wouldn't be entering their phone number. So the only thing that they can opt out of is to receive the OTP message, one-time passcode. So, but then it's like, why would they go through all the yeah, it's such a mind fuck, to be honest. And as you can tell, I'm very, very, very triggered by all of this. this is where my like aversion for authority kind of comes in, where it's like, it doesn't make sense. And I'm worried because sometimes I think I'm too skeptical of my own thinking and too like apprehensive about like trusting whatever I feel or whatever I think and believing in myself, if that makes sense. So to me, this seems like absolute, complete and utter bullshit. That's what I'm thinking. But I'm also not quite trusting of that. I'm like, well, I'm probably wrong. There's probably something that I'm missing. But I just don't understand it, and I want someone to explain it to me, and this guy obviously can't, because he just says the same things. What if I just reply, can you then just tell me? All right, this is as clear as I can make it to this person. So can you just answer me these questions? Copy the questions and reply to each one below them so that it is clear. I need to have opt-out instructions in the consent form information, ? And then I pasted your answer here. Maybe I'll do it like this, so that it's even more clear that this is like where you should put your answer. What are they able to opt out of if the only message they will ever receive is an OTP? Your answer here. And believe me when I say that I do not think that this person will reply, will just copy this stuff and reply. What I think this person will do is what is done for the past few times, where it will basically be sending, or they will basically be sending me the same sort of message again, which is what they've sent for the past like 5 times. So yeah. I have so little faith in this. Like, I have nothing against you, Andrew Flowers. I hope you're a great person. I don't even think that's your real name, maybe. But you're probably a great person, and maybe you're stuck to like strict restrictions of what you can say and what you're allowed to write here, and not. But please just answer this in exactly this way. I mean, could I make this any more clear? I don't think so. Okay. And now to deal with this. I don't even know what to do about it. All right. What do I have to? Oh my God! Why don't they allow me to write? Fuck me. All right, now I've at least replied to both of these things. So this is what my reply is to the Apple App Store. I'm really sorry, but I don't think I understand you. Can you help me clarify this? I have the terms of service and privacy policy linked on the sign up page, where it clearly says that by pressing create account, you agree to these and you confirm that you are 18 years or older. I'll link them here for you to see. Then when the user enters their age in the sign-up process, if they select an age that is less than 18, they are told that they are unable to create an account because their age is not appropriate. What else is needed? I don't see other similar apps using more sophisticated age verification than this, but again, please clearly let me know what type of age verification will be approved. Spam, your response here is copy-pasted from the previous review. Can you please reassess this, because I do not believe that this is a fair assessment of my app. There's literally not a single other dating app out there that does anything remotely similar except the like feature and that you can match with users. So please tell me what you even mean. It doesn't seem like you've fully assessed my actual app. Again, voice only, live calls with one person at a time, no texting, you talk first, pictures are there, but they are blurred at the start, so you don't see who you're talking to until you've talked for a few minutes. It's vastly different than all other dating apps that rely on the exact opposite: pictures first, then texting, then maybe talking at some point in the future. Please, if possible, link or tell me examples of apps that I am duplicating features of so that I can understand, because right now I do not think that this is true. User-generated content, again, I don't get this. I replied to exactly this in the review message. All of this should be handled. Age rating must reflect 18. This is the only one I'm unsure about. If my age verification system isn't enough, see guideline, blah, blah, blah. Require that users agree to terms. This is done, and this is included in the sign-up page at the bottom. Terms of service and privacy policy, again, see blah, blah, blah. Same as above, same as above. And then a mechanism for users to immediately remove posts from the feed. And my response is there is absolutely no feed of any kind, but again, this is done. There is a report feature inside the phone calls and on the Match profile page, which is also the only place where users will see other users' generated content. Developer must act on objectionable content. Again, this is done. There is a report feature inside the phone, which is also on the backend side. We have a system that notifies me, the developer, when a block or report happens, and I can review the reasons and take appropriate action. Developer must provide contact information in the app itself. This is also done. ... I probably shouldn't have ... but I did. On the profile page, the user, they have a settings page, gear icon. On the settings page, there is a tab, Contact Us, where the user can either fill in the form or at the bottom of this page it says, or you can send us an email directly to cal@caltech.com. I added screenshots for clarification, and then I just added this OTP. I still need to fix that. Support URL I will update. And then I added the screenshots here, and all of these screenshots should, if we look at them, this should show us or show them that there is clearly a contact us thing here. And when you open that, you get all of this stuff, the subject, the email, the name, the message, and you can send the message. But there's also an information button here that says you can also reach us directly at cal@caltech.com. Then we have the sign up page. By continuing, you confirm that you are 18 years or older and agree to our terms of service and privacy policy. And then we have the age thing. So when you enter in an age that is less than 18 years old, then age requirement is not met and core is only available to users with blah, blah, blah. So it tells the user that it's not appropriate. And then we have the first filter of inappropriate user-generated content. And that the first filter is essentially that the picture will be blurred, so you won't see who you're talking to. The second filter is that you can block a user, you can report a user. Either of these will lead to the same thing, which is that the user will be blocked for you, so you won't be able to see them again, and they will be gone from the phone call. The phone call will end, all of that stuff. When you report the user, this is what you get to do. So you can add inappropriate behavior, harassment, hate speech, blah, blah, blah. And you can also add some text for specific information. When you go to that profile page of the user that you've matched with, you also have a block the user or report user thing that you can set. I don't understand what they're on about, but it might be that they just didn't find it, I don't know, or didn't know what it meant, but yeah. To me, it feels like I don't know. It feels like we've taken care of it. Feels like the things that they wanted me to do are done. For the most part, unless the age restriction thing could be, it could be that the age restriction, you actually have to have ID verification. That might be the case. But the spam thing, I just don't understand. It just feels like they're putting no effort into that. But yeah. And there wasn't really... There were no really other bugs that they actually commented on. It's the OTP code, that's the bug. And the support URL. Need to update that. Yeah, so I guess we'll just have to wait for their response and see what they say. Sometimes these guys are really quick. Okay, they haven't responded. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here and try to run away literally from some of this frustration. I'm gonna go out for a run now. Yeah, try to recover from, because there's been so much frustration today. I don't know why I'm so frustrated. I guess it's fair that I'm a little bit frustrated because this is just, we're just running into the same thing over and over again. But we just have to keep going until we solve it. And I won't quit. It might take some time, but I won't quit. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.